I'm Manika, and welcome to this video where we look at plushies. Oh, whoa! No. Oh, I wish. We'll get to these at the end. But for now, we're mostly here to talk about something I don't usually talk about on the channel. Pokemon, which that was a plushie of, so it fits. It fits. It fits. I swear, it fits into the concept of this video. Anywho, today we're going to take out a toy line that I've barely experienced. So why don't we look at the figure as I take it here and reveal it under the paper to be the Figma SP134 Gloria from Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. I should not put that there. Anywho. But yes, this is one of my earliest experiences with Figma right now. Is it my first Figma? No. My first Figma would actually be, funnily enough, Kamen Rider Verde, from the series, Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. I know, very funny, that my first, figure from a line was a Kamen Rider figure. Who could have guessed? Anyways, let's look at this box. This is the Pokemon Center version. I got it on the Pokemon Center. I think it's an exclusive there, at least in the US. But whatever. It is the Figma Max Factory action figure series. Gloria, it is SP134. It has one figure within it. It is for ages 12+. And you get a window into the packaging. Nothing too crazy except for a choking hazard, which seems absurdly large. On the side, you get Gloria doing one of the poses, advertised online and on the box. Figma, Max Factory Action Figure Series, Gloria. On the other side, you get Gloria in another pose. That's the Sword and Shield female trainer's, canon name, I guess. You can obviously call her whatever you want, because it's a build your own character thing. On the bottom, Max Factory, Good Smile Company, Figma, Max Factory whatever, Action Figure Series, Gloria, her doing a henshin pose, and the 3 Pokemon. On the top, same henshin pose, same Pokemon. On the back, it shows you a bunch of promo photos. One from the front, one from the back. Henshin pose, peace sign, backpack. What's his name? Leon pose. Anyway, closed eyes, henshin pose, but close up. For ages 15 and up, it tells you everything that you gotta do. It's PokemonCenter.com. Exclusive, smooth, posable joints and a variety of interchangeable parts and accessories. You can customize Gloria's pose and expression, recreate famous scenes from the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Yeah. Pokemon Company International, etc., etc. Let's get this box open, because this isn't anything. This video isn't anything if I don't open a freaking box. So yeah, let's open it from the top, because that appears to be how you open it. This is a fairly large box, all things considered, given the size of the figure. So yeah, let's slide it out of there. So this is what you get when you get it out of the box. You get a plastic little container thingy. You get, a plastic container. There's like a little baggie of extra stuff down at the bottom. And presentable is the 3 Pokemon, the backpack, the Pokeball, 2 faces, and whatnot. So let's get this back bit off first. It's connected via tape, so that's good to know. I haven't seen many people review this, presumably because I think it's a Pokemon Center exclusive. It's already pricey as it is, but since it's in the US, only going to be on the one website, as far as I can tell, it's going to be just extra expensive. Son of a bitch. There we go. This is for adults, by the way. Let me check out. There we are. Let's take that a little bit. There we go. We have it open. Let's get all of our accessories out. Alright, so in that baggie, there are 2 baggies. One is the accessory bag. This is a nice inclusion. I usually put my accessories when I'm done with these videos, especially for these more expensive figures, into like a sandwich bag. So that being just pre-included is always nice. Let's open up these little bags, tear them open. So first off, we get a 2-part stand, 1 part being the base, which is always nice. It's in like a rough texture. It says Figma. Yeah, you can see that. While I open this in the back, how are you doing? How do you like Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield, I guess? That'll be a question. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. And then there's the rest of the stand, again in that similar kind of like rough coating, like matte finish. And it's got 2 different pegs, which I mean, this one's longer, but they're for pegging in the figure, because I'm pretty sure these figures, use a peg system. Okay. And we finally get a sprue of hands, which is, again, very nice that it comes on like a little sprue thing, so that I can just store it easily. First off, there's also a spare hand peg. It would have been nice if it came with 2, because the figure has 2 hands, but that's just in case one of those break. So that's always nice and convenient to have included. And here we have our hands. This will make going through them easier, because I'll just have them here. So we have this, which I think is a Pokeball gripping hand, given the pose. 2, like, flat hands, presumably for the henshin pose. 2 peace sign hands, but they're different, depending on which hand you use, because this one's... While working as a peace sign hand, you also need it for the Leon pose. 2 general gripping stuff hands. There's not too much for her to grip, really, with it. Probably the backpack, and then 2 fists. So that's nice. Let's put those right into our baggie. Why don't we? Test out this baggie's capabilities. Yeah, that's a nice bag. And then you put it in the bag. And boom, Figma bag. And you can write down which figure it is from. Yeah. So yeah, let's move some of these bits out of the way as we open up the rest of the figure. Is it taped down? Let's see here. Doesn't feel it. Come on. Is it taped down? Let me check with my eyes. No, it's just tough. It's just tough to open. So let's get this puppy open, though. Yeah, the main reason I got Gloria is because she's one of the better Pokemon protagonist designs we've gotten in a long time. Like, comparing her to, like, the other Switch protagonist, the Scarlet Violet protagonist, it's no contest, at least in base form. The Sword and Shield protagonists just look way better. Alright, we got that popped off. So now we look at the accessories before getting the main figure, because this figure has a decent amount of stuff, all things considered. I'm going to pick up the Figma base stand. Sorry, I had to move you guys out of the way. Enjoy the mess. Yes, here we go. So I guess we'll start off with Gloria's faces. She has the star face. I believe this is from, like, eating curry in the game. Sword and Shield is one of the games I honestly have some of the least familiarity with. I own them. I'll get to playing them more, and I've seen people play them, but, you know, not something I'm super knowledgeable on. We get closed eye face, which I think is like a calm pose. Maybe it's part of the eating process. I don't know. And then we also get, in a little baggie of its own, her backpack. It's just a nice, very long, baggy-like backpack. I don't know how comfortable it would be to wear, but it is just a nice look on the character. And it's also nicely painted. It feels nice. These are nice and rubbery, so it should be easy to put it on her back. And it's got, like, a peg, because it probably obscures the peg for plugging her into the back. It also comes with a Pokeball. That's taped in there. I'll grab the Pokeball last. But there is a Pokeball. It seems nicely painted and sculpted. It looks like a Pokeball. However, on to the Pokemon. So this set comes with the 3 Galar starters. The water starter. Ooh. Put that in there so it doesn't mess up the paint. Is Sobble. It's a cute little guy, cute little lizard guy, amphibious, maybe, I don't know. He's Sobble. It looks great, honestly. It looks just like the character design, the 3D model. And Sobble is a personal favorite. I don't like its evolutions all that much, like at all. But base Sobble is very nice looking. It's in a very nice blue, the yellow fin. This might break, so be careful. Let's put that to the side, though. But it's nice that you get all 3 just to see which one you get in your playthrough of the game and pose it with it. Next up is Keith. Sorry, I mean Score Bunny. This is Score Bunny. He's in like a fun little adventurous pose because he's like a soccer player or a football player, depending on your region. It's a regional difference. I don't really care. I don't sports. He's also very well painted. He looks just like Score Bunny does. He's got a little tail, and also his neck also does pose. So that's nice. Does he stand? He does stand! That's good. And finally, my personal least favorite of the main 3 starters, but not a bad starter at all, is Garuki. I don't know, sorry, I'm just not that into monkeys when they're green. He's a nice little green monkey. He's got like a little beak. It looks like a little bit of a coconut. He's got his stick in his hair. Again, only a head joint. These guys are accessories, so it doesn't matter too much that they're not superposable. It would have been nice, but they're just nice, cute little statuettes to have next to your main character. I've seen some of the others. I'm pretty sure the others do also include signature Pokemon. Like, there's a Raihan one currently available that comes with that big tower guy. I don't know the Pokemon's name. It's a Gen 8 Pokemon. I don't remember it super well. But anyway. Now let's get on to the main figure. I don't think I'll show the Pokeball because it's just, you know what, screw it. I'll show the Pokeball in the thing. It's just showing the white, but if I shake it a little bit, you can see that's a very nicely painted, very nicely sculpted Pokeball. Just right there. It's nice. Okay, let's get Gloria out. The main reason we're here, because she's just a fun character, and like the whole like Scottish like fan whatever really made me endeared to her character. It's just a fun little bit of characterization that the internet put onto her that I think is nice and fun. I mean, yeah, I think it just gives her a lot of personality compared to other Pokemon protagonists. Grookey! Is his head is okay. Grookey is okay. Grookey's fine. But yeah, let's get they are really doing a lot of this, like, plastic to ensure it doesn't rub off in the, like, packaging process or whatever. Or, like, in the travel to get to me. So that's appreciated. It adds a little bit of work. Not too much. Man, that one wants me to pop the head off. Oh, there goes the hat. Oh, the hat's a separate part. It, like, plugs into the back of the head. I mean, I guess she doesn't wear her hat all the time, so let me pop her head off so I can get that bit out. But yeah. Here we have her in her nice little cardigan, I guess would be the word. I'm bad at words. Here we have Gloria, the Pokemon trainer. Let's get in a little bit closer, because she is a relatively small figure. I mean, she is like a 10-year-old. Legitimately, I do wish she came with a sterner face. She does get a stern expression out of, like, her 5 allowed expressions by Game Freak within the game itself. So it would have been nice if that was included. I get they only include, like, 3 faces at a time, which, I mean, this is a decent range of expressions, but I feel like it's a bit samey. I mean, again, Pokemon protagonists don't have a lot of, like, personality. I get that. But also, it would have been nice to have that. So let's get in a little bit closer, like I said. So yes, this is Gloria. Again, she has her little gray cardigan over like a pink like dress, I guess. I really like the plaid socks. That's a nice touch. Overall, the paint seems nice. Again, Figma really does know how to do like an anime style character. Yeah, they have a decent amount of posability. Nothing too much in the torso, I get it. It's like that one continuous cardigan, and you're not really going to get a ton of posability out of a Pokemon protagonist, but, you know, it would have been nice. Her arms seem a bit lanky to me. I don't know, maybe I'm just not posing her right. So yeah, this is her back. She's got a little peg hole back there, because that's how you put her on the stand. But yeah, overall, very nice looking. Sorry. I did not mean to do that. That was legitimately a mistake. I'm sorry. But yeah, her hand... Oh yeah, she comes with the Dynamax wristband. That's a gimmick I'm not super familiar with. Again, I'm not super familiar with Sword and Shield. But like the Dynamax wristband looks very nice. It's nicely painted, nicely sculpted. As far as I can tell, it's fairly close to the original release. But yeah, or not the original release, you know what I mean. Whew, sorry, sneezed there. I've been getting down and dirty today, so not like that. But yeah, I've just been, yeah. But yeah, that's Gloria. She's a nice figure overall. If you want a review of her, let me know in the comments below. But first, let's look at other Pokemon. We're going to zoom back out a little bit for this. There we go, let's get you guys situated. I'm going to get the Pokeball out right now. But yeah, I ordered this at the Pokemon Center website. Again, as mentioned, I think that's the only place you can get it, at least at retail price. Or at least, you know, like, you can get it other places, obviously. It's just, I'm not sure how that'll go for you. We did just get out the Pokeball, so I might as well show it off since I was able to grab it. It is small as hell. It also seems very nicely painted. There's a little bit of like a mold line, or like a, god damn it. Let's, yeah, it's not focusing at all because it is so small. But yeah, it's very nicely painted and sculpted, all things considered. Given its small size, let me, shit. Fuck. Let's put it in the baggie so I do not lose it ever. Because I don't want to fucking lose it. But yeah. That's the action figure. But I also got a couple plushies, because, again, this was a Pokemon Center exclusive, so I was like, sure, I'll throw in some plushies. Why not? I like plushies. Again, it's a side of collecting that I haven't really been able to show off all that much because of the way this channel is set up. But yeah, especially when I was younger, I got my first collection was plushies. And recently Pokemon has kind of reinvigorated that for me. But yeah, so first off, I got one of my personal favorite starter final forms, because for those of you who don't know, because this is an action figure line, I'm being a bit scatterbrained, but for those of you who don't know, Pokemon has recently been doing a relatively small-scale plush line called Sitting Cuties, Pokemon Fit in Japan. What this line does is essentially, its goal is to make a plush of every Pokemon, which is honestly just very exciting and nice, because so many Pokemon just don't get plushies because they're not really plushiable, and really don't get merchandise in general. So this line has just been a godsend for so many Pokemon. One of those isn't really that, is a starter, obviously, but they had this one available. I had to, because this was, when I was growing up, when I was very young and I first got into Pokemon through the anime, it was during Gen 3 stuff. So, like, Hoenn, I've got a deep connection to, especially when I finally started getting games. It was back when Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out, which was also Gen 3, so I've got a big connection to Hoenn, a big connection to Gen 3. So I had to get my starter from Gen 3. This is Sceptile. It's a nice looking plush. It's about 6-ish inches tall. I'll get a 6-inch figure for those of you who don't know. I feel like I gotta be more explanatory with this, because this is an action figure channel mainly. I want to diversify it a bit, but this is mainly an action figure channel. So, here it is next to, like, a 6-inch action figure of a Spider-Man. It's a bit shorter, but, you know, it's that general scale. It's very large, all things considered. I think this wouldn't be, like, the size of a Sceptile in comparison to a trainer. It's somewhat close. I wonder which ones are close in scale to, like, this Figma. That's something I might have to try out later, because I'm pretty sure you would be able to scale it, because Gen 8, as far as I'm aware, has at least a little bit of the roaming Pokemon in one of its DLCs, so that's something I'd have to try out. But yeah, I got Sceptile because I love Sceptile. He's got his big tail. And these balls are honestly pretty hard. Bad word choices, I know. But secondly, is another favorite Pokemon of mine. It's from Gen 5, which is when I started collecting the cards when I was younger. I don't really collect the cards anymore, so don't ask for a card unboxing video. That's not my style, unless I want to. We'll see. But one of my favorites, weirdly enough, are the inanimate item Pokemon. They haven't done Gen 6 yet. Again, my first games were Gen 6, so when those come out, expect just a big plush haul video when Gen 6 comes out. But anyways, Gen 5 has one of those, that being Chandelure. And I bet you're wondering, why are you holding up? It doesn't have legs, so it being in the Sitting Cuties line is kind of very funny. So, like, this is as best of a sit as you can get from it, but it's like, it wasn't ever meant to sit. It's like, it's a ghost chandelier, and it just looks amazing. I love the purple in the flames. The flames are honestly nice and hard, and that allows them to keep their shape really well. Overall, these are very nice. For what they are, these are like, at most $15. These are very nicely designed plushies, and if you want to get a plushie of your favorite Pokemon, get a Sitting Cutie. It's not too big, it won't take up too much space. Again, it's about that like 5.5, 6 inch scale for a plushie, which is relatively small. Again, you're seeing it next to this Figma Gloria, and I showed you it next to like a Marvel Legends, which are about 6-ish inches. Like, they're about 6-inch style plushies, and you saw, like, these are like hand-sized plushies. So if you don't really have room for big plushies, like, I understand a lot of people don't have room for that, especially as figure collectors, as we're mostly filling up our space with action figures. Getting these Sitting Cuties are honestly really recommended. I enjoy the ones that I've been able to get. But yeah. Anyways, that's the scatterbrained video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see any of this get reviewed, I'll review a plushie. Why not? Leave a comment in the description below being like, I want to see you review this thing or that thing. Especially with Gloria, since there are so few reviews of it online for some reason. I don't know why. I guess people just don't like Gen 8. Whatever. Again, leave a comment in the description below if you want, in the comments below if you want that. Like, comment, subscribe if you want more content like this. I know I have more Nintendo Figmas on the way. I know that. So, be ready for that. There are more Nintendo Figmas on the way. You might be able to guess what they are, given my personal tastes. But guess in the comments below. Give me that interaction. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe so that you know when I do that unboxing and possibly that review. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This video is a bit long. It's a bit scatterbrained. I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed anyways. And I'll see you next time. Bye!